From Peter Brackley, good afternoon and a warm welcome to Football Italia on Channel 4, which for the second week running focuses on the magnificent San Siro Stadium in Milan. Last week, the champions AC Milan enthralled us with their exhilarating football against Lazio, and today it's the turn then of their great rivals, Inter, to reveal how their credentials are shaping up. The examination could hardly be tougher. Facing Inter, the might of Juventus, unbeaten so far, and the team expected to mount the most serious challenge to Milan's domestic dominance. Marvellous players on view again today: Baggio, Vialli, Schillaci, Sammer, Merla, and of course in the Juventus side, England's David Platt, enjoying a run in the team after sitting out some of the opening league games. Well, Osvaldo Bagnoli, the new Inter coach, clearly hasn't found the right formula yet. They were humbled 4-1 by Roma last week, and Bagnoli's foreign stars are still settling in. Igor Shalimov from the CIS, Matthias Sammer from Germany, and his other choice today, the Uruguayan Ruben Sosa. We think anyway, just waiting confirmation. Indeed, Sosa is in the side, and he's been preferred to Darko Pachev from the old Yugoslavia. So 6 league games without defeat. Juventus are hovering just behind the front runners. The absence through injury of the Brazilian defender Julio Cesar has solved Trapattoni's selection dilemma. David Platt continues in the side, with the German pair Andreas Merla and Jürgen Kohler filling the other 2 foreign places. A staggering £50 million invested by these 2 clubs in the summer in their quest for the title. The total value of the players on view must be around double that. It's a real blue chip affair, this one, a match regarded then traditionally as the derby of Italy. Inter in the blue and black, Juventus of course in black and white. And a lot of pressure in particular on Inter today. They need a good result to appease not only their supporters but also the coach Bagnoli. He's given the current players 3 more matches, he says, to get it right. If not, there will have to be changes when the new transfer market opens in November. And so concerned were Inter at their demise last season, they actually called in a psychologist, and he deemed they were mentally scarred. So there's still clearly a lot to be put right in this Inter side. Today's referee, Angelo Amandolia, who comes from Sicily, 41-year-old insurance broker. Great atmosphere in the stadium on this bright, sunny afternoon in Milan. And clearly he is looking forward to this encounter as much as we are. And alongside me in the commentary position today is the Chelsea player, Paul Elliott, formerly, of course, of Pisa. And Paul, on the mend, I hope, also from that injury that you have. Juventus then attacking the goal to our right. And this is Conte. So, Paul, what are your thoughts on this one, how it might shape up today?
Well, I think, Peter, it's going to be a wonderful game, an abundance of talents on both sides. Inter under increasing pressure to get some results, and Juventus, they've been playing very well as of late, and I'm sure we're in for an enthralling game.
This is Merla. Now Gallia, who's in the starting lineup ahead of Di Canio. Torricelli, who started the season in fine style since his move from a semi-professional side during the summer. Cost just £25,000, Torricelli, and that's peanuts by Italian standards. Here's Bianchi. You'll see a lot of him raiding down the right for Inter. Schillaci now, getting whistled by the Juventus fans. No one will be more anxious to impress today than Schillaci. 3 seasons with Juventus, and the last 2 certainly not as successful as the first one. Though he himself feels that he was playing well enough, just the goal touch seemed to have deserted him. Only 11 goals from Schillaci in the last 2 seasons. Carrera will be the sweeper in the Juventus side. Agostini, another man who switched clubs. He was with Juventus last season, and apparently was rather surprised when he moved on. Those sort of things do happen though in Italy sometimes. Very experienced player, and he will consider himself rather fortunate, Agostini, to have gone to such a big club at the age of 31. This is Here's Carrera taking the free kick then for Juventus. Taking over the sweeper's role with Julio Cesar out for some time through a very serious injury that we saw indeed on our feature match against Napoli a few weeks ago. Tackled by Sosa. Schillaci. No foul to the chagrin of Schillaci, who has stayed down and looks a distraught figure. What do you make of Schillaci, Paul?
Well, I think he's a terrific player. Obviously his goal ratio, only 11 goals in 2 years, suggests that things hasn't gone so well, but his general performances have been quite good. He'll be out to prove a big point today. Obviously he wants to go there, he wants to play well, and he wants to score, and most importantly, I'm sure he wants Inter Milan to win the game.
Shalimov, the man we saw there from the CIS. £8 million signing from Foggia. Forward by Sammer, the German. Schillaci. Here he is again, very heavily involved early on. And a foul this time by Gallia. I think he's going to come in for some careful attention. Toto Schillaci, a man who made such a fabulous impact in the World Cup finals back in 1990. Gallia, around 80,000 in the stadium. David Platt getting involved there, wearing 8 for Juventus today, David Platt. And he had a super game in the week in the European win, away to Panathinaikos, and scored the winning goal. And he feels now he's playing as well as at any stage of his career. And the Sosa threading it through. Markers at the back. Torricelli back to his goalkeeper Angelo Peruzzi, young man who is very highly rated in Italian circles and regarded as an international goalkeeper of the future. And of course he has taken over from an international goalkeeper in Tacconi, the veteran who's now moved on to Genoa. Vialli held it up so well. Such a strong player, Vialli, as well as being a lethal finisher. Gallia. Good run by him. Well, chipping it through. Cleared by Bergomi, not too effectively though. And now into Kant, straight forward with Sammer. Though by Jurgen Kohler. Kohler very much the strong man at the back for Juventus, who have an injury at the moment. 6 games without defeat, Juventus, but they've drawn 4 of them, so they're not fully into their stride yet. And already, of course, Milan setting the pace up at the top with maximum points from their 5 games. This is Antonio Conte, who's been a revelation for Juventus this season. Really has made fantastic strides since his move to the club back in November of last year. And he seems to be okay and able to continue. Well, there's the charismatic coach Giovanni Trapattoni, and of course has led both teams to the championship. 6 titles with Juventus in his previous spell, and he also inspired Inter to the Scudetto back in '89. Platt losing out to Shalimov. Back by Merlin. It's been an instant success for Juve since his move from Germany. It's a foul on Baggio. The early cut and thrust ball is pretty competitive.
Certainly is. I'm sure his international teammate Bergomi is certainly showing his studs there. Obviously it emphasises how much pressure Inter are under. They're certainly showing their commitment and their willingness, and I think that was reflected in Bergomi's tackle.
So maybe a shooting chance here for the likes of Merla or Vialli, who we saw score that spectacular goal against Napoli. David Platt is there too. Baggio placing himself just in front of the inter wall. It's Merla. And a well-worked free kick for Baggio. Oh, a fabulous piece of approach play then by Juventus, but so nearly created a path to goal.
Peter, that was a wonderful free kick. A lovely touch in by Vialli, and Baggio gets himself in a very good shooting opportunity. That's a very good start for Juventus.
Everybody looking for the shot from Merla, and instead that creative thinking brought about the chance for Baggio. And he just rather scuffed his shot. What a goal though that would have been. Here's Berti. Strong running player in the interside. You'll see him rampaging all over the field.
In fact, Peter, I think it seems like Berti is just doing a bit of a holding role there.
Schillaci trying to hold the ball. Under some pressure though. You were saying about Berti there, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I like Berti. I think he's a very hard, industrious working player. Obviously, it seems that Shalamov and Sam are going to play more advanced midfield roles and let Berti sit in front of the back four and certainly be careful of those runs from Baggio.
That was Bianchi with the shot, harmlessly wide though. Alessandro Bianchi, who's the only current member of the interside in the Italian national team. A lot of experienced defenders, but they've all lost their places in the national side. The likes of goalkeeper Zenga, Bergomi and Ferri, although there is certainly a lot of talk that Ferri will be recalled fairly soon after their defensive lapses, Italy, in the recent game against Switzerland. Gallia now. Probably Juve's best player last season. Here's Merla. He's been among the most impressive in the current campaign. Bianchi now, beavering away in Inter's score. So was Merla though, for Juventus. And a free kick given to Inter. Shalimov. Forward by Berti, offside though against Ruben Sosa. But he's very quick off the mark, Sosa, and an accomplished finisher. 13 goals last season, the same tally as Karl-Heinz Riedler, his front-running partner at Lazio. Sosa signed for just over £1 million during the summer. 10 minutes gone in what looks like being a pretty bruising encounter. Certainly an even one so far. Gallia, Torricelli, looking for Vialli, read though by De Agostini. And the foot in from Torricelli. Torricelli actually was spotted by Gentili, the old Italian defender, so if he's in the same mould as him, he'll put himself about, to say the least.
He certainly will, Peter.
Conte getting caught. Tackle from De Agostini. Carrera to Cola. Caught in possession. Sosa. Now Berti. Schillaci's gone through the middle. Here's Sosa. Berti. He has Bianchi wide here. Towards Schillaci. Not really though his strength in the air. My word, he's sharp on the deck. Conte going down again. It's about the fourth time in this match already. So he's been singled out for some pretty fierce attention and a yellow card, the first of the game, issued by the referee. I think he did need all the card things down a bit.
Certainly does. As you can see, it's a challenge here. I think it's from De Agostini. Obviously, the referee setting out is still earlier on. It's a very big game. He's shown that he's not going to be intimidated by all the behaviour and certainly curbing it, De Agostini's behaviour there.
So a yellow card for Luigi De Agostini of Inter, the former Juventus player. And Conte, once again, has to dust himself down and get on with things. He's taken a real clattering so far. Gallia. Foul. Away comes Bianchi to Berti. That's Schillaci in support. Not much else though. Sosa was away to his left, and Torricelli was the covering player for Juve. Möller. Vialli doing his best to right the tackles, and he felt something might have come his way then, the referee didn't. De Agostini. Belli. Schillaci on the chase. Did well then, Schillaci. Bianchi feeding Berti. He had Shalimov alongside him. Bianchi, now Shalimov. Want you if they're getting themselves in a tangle at the back, and they were lucky to survive then. Torricelli in the end able to bring it away. And just signs there of Juve looking under a bit of pressure.
Certainly was. Indeed, it's a good start by Inter. They certainly look a bit more composed. They've settled down a bit. They're not feeling so intimidated. Obviously, they've had a bit of a nervous start, and I think their approach play certainly shows good signs.
Well, last season really was a nightmare for them, Inter, by their high standards, when they slipped down to 8th. Their worst campaign in some 17 years. So, of course, they failed to qualify for Europe. So there's no distraction for them on that front. They have the league on which to concentrate. Baggio. Sarra now for Inter. What can Sosa do here? Faced by Torricelli. Whipping in a dangerous ball. And it was sliced away for the corner by Jurgen Kohler. An old iron foot is normally pretty sure-footed. He was a bit careless on that one. "15 minutes gone in the first half. Inter nil, Juventus nil. Bianchi with the corner for Inter. And well taken by Peruzzi. And I think the referee has given the free kick, indeed he has anyway, for an infringement in their 6-yard box. Peruzzi, who had 3 seasons with Roma before switching to Juventus. Baggio. Roberto and Dino, the two Baggios in the Juve side. Roberto, of course, the better note of the two, but Dino's not a bad player either. Already an Italian international like Roberto. Torricelli. A stray pass that was intended for Platt, but he's lost out again here to Berti. Now Möller. With Platt, who certainly hasn't been an automatic choice for the side, but with Julio Cesar out, he's in the lineup at the moment without any problem. And the header wide for Baggio. Vialli, I think they will have been offside anyway. Baggio escaped the marking then.
Yes, it was indeed a wonderful cross as well. He rises very high, Baggio. I think there was an element of offside, but it was a wonderful ball from Di Baggio. The inter-defence caught in disarray there, and they're obviously very lucky to be let off the hook on that occasion.
Now Sama. Let on for Inter. Here's Schilacci. The Agostini. In for Sama. And the dummy didn't work. Agostini. Shut him off. Some room to work in here. Looking for Sama. Built on the Inter players. The referee though turned away. And more of a collision than any ill intent there. I think as a defender, Paul, you'd be pretty disgusted if that one had been given.
Certainly would.
Sosa, good strike. Some venom behind that one. Bianchi now. Only partially clear. Mola. Vialli. And Sama got that well. Vialli down injured. Sportingly, Bianchi kicking the ball out of play to allow Vialli to receive some treatment.
What's interesting is that our own David Platt, I think this is the first time our viewers have been able to see him in action. I actually thought he was really taking up a bit of an anchor role. So there's clearly evident there's a bad foul on Vialli. But what's interesting is that Gallia and Platt seem to be taking turns in going forward. I thought that Muller certainly would be playing at more of an advanced position, but obviously Muller with Baggio have looked to switch positions. Muller certainly is further back, and Baggio is taking more of a very advanced role. But it's nice to see David Platt playing in his usual role and taking various times to get forward, and obviously when they lose possession, he's working very hard to get behind the ball.
Yes, Baggio, of course, plays up front for the Italian national team. Has normally more of a central role now as the captain of the Juve side. He does seem to be pushing further forward in support of Vialli, and there's a feeling that Vialli is too often left isolated up front for Juve. Almost at the halfway point in the first half, still 0-0. Of course, they have among the substitutes Casiraghi, Paul, who again is an Italian international but can't get in the team.
Yes, he's indeed a fine player, one of the best headers in the ball in Italian football, and certainly has got terrific feet, and he's scored some wonderful goals.
May well see him at some stage in this game if Juve are still looking for goals. Bella to Conte. Gallia. Dino Baggio. His controller let him down. Bianchi. What a hard worker he is. Berti now. Sosa picking with Schilacci. Two diminutive players up front. For Inter, and goes Schilacci, and Torricelli holding him off. We had, of course, Jürgen Klinsmann up front. Inter last season, he has now moved on, along with the other two German players, Matthäus and Bremer. So it's very much a new look to the Inter side. Baggio caught out by Ferri. Goes Berti. And the whistle's gone. Free kick to Juve. And Vialli in the walls again.
That's typical of him, Peter. What he does very well, Vialli, I mean, he's indeed a wonderful player, but when he's not in possession, he shows what a terrific team player he is by his hard work and his enthusiasm to want to shut opponents when he hasn't got the ball. They're certainly the hallmarks of a truly world-class player.
And there's a world-class coach, Trapattoni, passing on his urgent instructions to his team. Free kick taken by Carrera. Cola. Carrera once more. Now Torricelli. Conte. Torricelli will reach that one. Kick to Inter. Took a real hammering away to Roma last week. Sammer about who was to blame for that.
Yes, there was certainly much reported dialogue in the Italian newspapers this week where Walter Zenga supposedly showed so much criticism of Sammer, and indeed in typical Italian fashion Sammer said he was misquoted.
I'm sure that's never happened before, surely. Footballers misquoted. Gallia. Baggio. So much more responsibility on his shoulders, having taken over the captaincy from Tacconi. Here's Baggio now, wonderfully gifted player. Too easy though for Ferri to clear. Every time I praise someone, they make a mistake. David Platt. Now Torricelli. Conte. Sosa. Schilacci. Sosa's running through, and the flag's up for offside. Well, Sosa didn't think so.
That's a very good ball, though. I mean, Schilacci's showing that despite a lot of criticism for the fact he's not been scoring goals, in general play his performances have been good, and it was certainly highlighted by that through ball with Sosa just being marginally offside.
It's Sosa now, again in tandem with Schilacci, and also Shalimov joining in here. Good tackling back though. Fine intervention then by Gallia. Conte. Gallia. Now he's given the ball away. De Agostini. Sosa, right foot. And Polizzi down well. A left-footed player, Sosa. And he can strike with his right as well, and he is certainly a quality finisher. Vialli. Torricelli. Gallia. It's a bad pass there by Torricelli. That's left him in trouble. Schilacci now. 20 minutes of the first half to go. To nil, Juventus nil. Merla for Vialli. And Ferri certainly went no further. Two strong men in combat there.
Certainly is. And Ferri just holding him off there. But I'm pleased with Ferri. Last year he struggled in the Inter side because of the zonal system. But now they've gone back to the conventional Italian way. He seems to be playing very well under Bagnoli this season.
It's one of the best markers in the world, Riccardo Ferri. That's his game, really, and that's how he's being used now by Inter. Taking out the opposition's danger man. And in this case, it is, of course, Gianluca Vialli. Shalimov wins it back well for Inter. Taking on the role of playmaker, Shalimov hasn't really produced the goods as yet for Inter since his move from Foggia. Footsteps of the likes of Mateus isn't easy, of course. Sammer. Shalimov. Getting away though to David Platt. Sliding it on to Baggio. Still Baggio. And it was closed down well by Battistini. Baggio again. Here's the other Baggio, Dino. Agostini picking up that careless pass from Torricelli. Berti. Bianchi's chip. Berti offside. Shooting shots. Just past the post. The flag stayed down. A look of horror on the faces of the Juve defenders, and Berti was left in the clear.
It was a wonderful chip by Bianchi. Berti obviously in that position that he likes, getting past the last man. Obviously there seemed to be an element of offside, but the linesman kept his flag down, and the shame that the finish wasn't better. It was a relatively acute angle, but I think by Berti's standards he'd be expected to hit the target.
Well, he hasn't scored yet this season, Berti, and he will be very disappointed that he didn't open his account then. Vialli, faced by Bergomi. Gallia. Here's Merla. Free kick to Inter. Foul on Berti. Another man currently out of favour for the Italian national team, coach Arrigo Sacchi. David Plattner, I think, the offender that time. Now Battistini taking the free kick for Inter. Inter in 7th place in Serie A. Juventus in 4th spot. Level on points though with 3 of the teams above them. 2 of the teams rather, Torino and Sampdoria. Milan a further 2 points clear. Torricelli, well, that's superbly then. Vialli to Conte. Gallia. Merla. Here's Baggio. This is Roberto. Dino made the run outside him. This is Dino Baggio now. Trying to get Vialli away. With half an hour gone, Berti and won it back for Inter. Schilacci. That's a late tackle. David Platt.
I think actual fact he's very lucky, Peter, not to go into the book. And we saw a few minutes ago he made one challenge, and obviously there's another side of David Platt's game, which is obviously very good when he's not got the ball. He's working hard to retain possession, but he's just got to be a bit more controlled.
Yes, I was looking around there to see if the referee was going to produce a yellow card, but he declined. Something of a let-off for David Platt. He feels his game is improving so much in Italy, though. How can it fail to, he says, with so many quality players around him. Here's one of them, Vialli. Seeking out Baggio, but not finding him because Bergomi was there. Bergomi, the captain of Inter. Now, Platt have taken up a good position here. Good thoughtful play by Platt. Baggio. Roberto Baggio. Too long for Vialli. Schilacci back helping out, so it's Sosa. Sama. Inter struggling to get the ball out of their own half though for the moment. Perhaps they can now with Bianchi. Shalimov. De Agostini with Sosa. And Conte checking the run then of De Agostini. That's good covering by Antonio Conte. Sosa. Came off Torricelli. Throw to Inter. The home side, but they certainly aren't having things all their own way in this first half. Agostini with the cross. Gilacci. The Sama. And Sama's shot. Charged down. Bianchi now. Shalimov. Sosa. Sees to Agostini. Well read by Dino Baggio. Berti has won it back for Inter. The Agostini. And the free kick given for the foul against Gilacci on Jurgen Kohler. Trapattoni knows just how tight it is out there. He hasn't been too much between the two sides. We await the first goal. Went. Gallia. Now Conte with a chance to cross it in. Viale. Away though by Berti. Bianchi. Baggio. Viale. Mola. Too easy though for Battistini, who wanted someone to go for that. Bianchi. Just too long for Viale. By Sosa. Roars of disapproval around the stadium from the Inter fans.
It certainly is. Obviously the home support showing their disapproval of the decision. I just feel at the moment Inter just a little bit nervous. They need to calm down. Obviously they are the home side. They need to impose themselves on the opposition.
Viale imposing himself on Inter. Just stay with this attack for a moment. We'll pick up on Paul's comments again.
Well, at the moment I just feel that Inter just need to settle into their rhythm. It's a very, very pressurising game. There's a lot of stake for them. It's been clearly evident in the way they're playing, but I just don't feel they're doing themselves any real favours at this moment in time.
Baggio whipping over the cross to no avail. Conte. Threatened by Sama. And Agostini. And he wriggled past the goal. And then Mola snatched at the shot.
Very persistent play by Conte there. He's shown his willingness and his determination to want to compete with the Inter players, and obviously it's a good ball that comes across the face of the goal with three players around him, and Muller just slapping it there on his left foot over the bar. But the signs are encouraging.
Well, he's scored 4 times already for Juve, Andreas Mola. But on that occasion, unable to keep his shot down. Sosa. Here's Bergomi. Great that now that Fiorentina have taken the lead against Sampdoria. And Genoa are 2 up against Pescara. Genoa 2, Pescara 0. It's a foul though. He doesn't need to look round to know that he has been adjudged the offender. Viale with a couple of goals so far for Juve in their early matches. They'll be hoping for a lot more from him if they are to challenge for the title. goes down. Schillaci, the culprit. Pereira taking the free kick himself. Berti. Now by flat. Now Sosa. Oh, and he's got away from Torricelli. Good saving tackle though. Here's Platt. Juventus defending well. Just the odd occasion when the marking has let them down. Certainly when Berti went through early on. Sama. Bianchi. Now Sama's pass to Sosa. Schillaci and Sosa. Yes! Sosa scores. Inter lead. And the Juventus defence broken at last.
What a wonderful goal. Juventus looked suspect for the last few moments, and I think it's a situation where it's a wonderful goal for Inter Milan. They've been under a bit of pressure. The crowd have obviously showed their disapproval. I think it was a good ball in by Sama. He takes good control in his thigh, and he plays a very good 1-2 there. Two players going with Schillaci, and he lays it into space, and a perfect finish, leaving Peruzzi helpless in goal.
6 minutes to half-time. Inter ahead. And what a lovely combination there. Schillaci and Sosa. And Ruben Sosa claims his second goal of the season, his first from open play. Well, that's got the crowd singing now, the Inter fans in the stadium. Just when I was saying that Juve have been hard to penetrate. It was a marvellous piece of skill that proved Juve's undoing. But here's Vialli now. Hoots of derision now from the Inter fans. And you can't leave Gianluca Vialli any space at all.
I think, Peter, that should settle them down a bit more. Obviously, they've played a bit tentatively. They knew they were under immense pressure before today's game. They've got a goal 5 minutes before half-time. I think that should encourage them just to get a bit more rhythm to their play and a bit more confidence in their passing, and just stroke it out and slowly build the ball gradually.
Well, it was a great strike by Ruben Sosa. Bianchi. Pushed off by Vialli. Bergomi. Vola to Gallia. Support from Conte. Kick for Vialli, who was crowded out though. Agostini won it fairly. Bianchi. Are flying in now thick and fast. Just the one goal between the two teams. Ruben Sosa justifying his selection for Inter ahead of Darko Panchev, who's been left out of the starting lineup for the past few matches now, with Sosa preferred. Off goes Sama. Tackle there by Carrera. Dino Baggio. Roberto Baggio's pass. The Agostini. That's Gallia down injured. Words for the referee. With 3 minutes of the first half to go. I think it was Schillaci who caught Gallia there, just as the ball was played away. Tuto Schillaci. Passing around the water bottle. So Trapattoni sees his team go behind. But no doubt he will have plenty to say about that at half-time. Who might have been left out today. There was talk that Di Canio would be in the starting 11. A more attacking player, perhaps, Di Canio. Trapattoni opting for Gallia. Maybe he'll have a rethink in the second half, particularly if Gallia has got an injury now. Conte, good forceful run by him. And an equally good challenge by D'Agostini. Has given a corner here.
Yes, I think he has.
Everyone appealed for that, and the linesman, as one or two bottles are thrown on, the linesman says it's a corner to Juve, taken by Andy Mola. Only half away. And now the break is on for Inter, led by Bianchi. Here's Sosa, with Berti herring through the middle. And is it just too long? Well, for Ruzzi, there were three Inter players streaming through there. Yeah, I think there was a linesman's flag, but it was touch and go.
That was a very good counter-attack. In actual fact, I think it was our own David Platt losing it on the edge of their area, and obviously they're showing swift counter-attack. And I think there was a flag offside. Ruben Sousa played across, and I think one of the Inter forwards marginally offside.
We're now into the last minute of the first half. Gallia. Torricelli. Roderick was fast though. Vialli will want a much better service than that. Bianchi. Sama. Of course, during the half-time break, we'll bring you all the latest scores from the other matches being played in Serie A this afternoon. Milan, who are chasing that record 41 successive league games without defeat, then away to Parma. So it's not an easy game for them today. But you certainly don't bet against the kind of move they're in. Now we're into time added on for one or two stoppages in the first half. Here's Schillaci, set up the goal for Sosa. Baggio, mistake by Battistini. Battistini trying to hold on to Vialli. And again, just a little shaky then, Inter at the back. But Paul, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I think the last 10 minutes certainly has got a bit better. Since Inter have scored the goal, they've looked slightly more confident, but at the same time they've been giving away the ball in vulnerable areas, and certainly could have gifted Juve one or two opportunities. But the onus now is certainly on Juventus. They're a goal down now. I think they've got to impose themselves on the second half, get into their fluency and start passing the ball and start playing and getting good service to Vialli.
Baggio has done exactly that now. Vialli, shot coming back now off Battistini. Sweeper. Sosa has remained a constant menace to Juve with his forceful running and his sorcery. Juve penalised again. So right at the end of the first half, maybe a late chance developing here for Inter. They would relish a second goal to take with them into the break. Sosa with the kick. Bianchi. Down for Sama. Peruzzi's lost it! And there is that second goal. In the second minute of injury time, and Sama has made it 2-0.
What a perfect time to score a goal, just on the verge of half-time. Psychologically, it's put a massive dent into Juventus. You can see there Trapattoni, he looks a very, very worried man at the moment. Unbelievable situation. The crowd here are absolutely ecstatic. It was a well-flighted ball from the right-hand side. They don't get time with Schillaci, and it was a perfect execution, but Peruzzi has got to be criticised for not failing to hold the ball.
Well, he was a little unlucky in the end. It actually came in off the post. But he'll feel that he should have held that, Peruzzi. And again, such a prominent part played in by Schillaci with that chest down into Sama's path. Sama, who scored the only goal in Inter's 4-1 defeat at Roma last week. Now he has given his team the cushion of a second goal. There's Baggio, though. Juve bouncing straight back. And they've got to show more adventure now, Juventus. They're better save anything from this game. Free kick to Inter. We've now had 3 minutes of injury time. But now the referee has blown the whistle for half-time. And what an explosive finish to the half for Inter. 2 goals in the last 6 minutes. And David Platt and his Juventus side have an awful lot to do now in the second half. Trapattoni, a vexed look on his face. He is going to have to lift his team if they're to change things around in the second 45 minutes. Inter on top here against Juventus in the San Siro. Well, Juventus will certainly have to improve in the second half if they are to avoid defeat for the first time this season. Osvaldo Bagnoli, the coach of Inter, who, remember, has given his team 3 matches to put things right. Well, they're on the right road in this game, leading by 2 goals to nil. And for any latecomers, I can assure you there were 2 goals, although we couldn't show them to you just before this second half gets underway. Gremlins in the machines, I'm afraid. So Inter then to kick off, and the 2 men who fashioned that first goal, Sosa the scorer, Schillaci the creator. And Schillaci also helping to set up Sama for the second strike, which really must have devastated Juventus. 1 goal was bad enough. To go in 2 down, well, it's left them with a real uphill struggle in the second half. So away we go then. Sosa. Juve have won 2 and drawn 4 in their previous matches. Inter won 3, drawn 1 and lost 2. Beat by Udinese on the opening day of the season, and then by Roma last week. Shalimov. This is Battistini. Away by Torricelli. But as far as De Agostini. I'm just hearing that Napoli have now increased their lead against Roma. And it's their defender, Gino Ferrara, who scored the second goal. Napoli 2, Roma 0 in the Sao Paulo Stadium. Free kick to Inter, which Sosa may well leave for De Agostini or take himself. Sosa it is who takes the kick. Made by Carrera. Play on, says the referee, and away comes David Platt. Vialli. Seeking out Casiraghi, who has come on at the start of the second half, just looking round. They've made a switch, Juventus. A change in tactics from Trapattoni. And we were saying earlier on about Vialli having that lone role up front. Well, now he has some support. Juve having to defend first of all. Schillaci skipping past the tackles. Shalimov now didn't really get hold of that one though, and all he could do was to strike his teammate Ruben Sosa. Baggio trying to feed Vialli or Casiraghi. The 2 now in tandem then up front for Juventus. Schillaci with a terrific first half. Comfortable save though for Ferruzzi. Looks like Gallia, who has gone off. He was injured towards the end of the first half. So we don't actually know whether that is an enforced change or a tactical one. Schillaci with the pass. De Agostini. Sosa. That came off Conte. Now Sosa. I wonder how you think Paul Inter are going to approach this second half, having got that 2-goal lead. Obviously they'll look to contain Juventus now.
Certainly will. I think they're hoping to certainly defend a lot more better. There was 1 or 2 errors in the first half where they lost concentration, but I think they can relax a bit now and start to pass the ball and just play with some continuity.
Mola starting purposefully forward. Didn't find Vialli though. Nino Baggio. Vialli. David Platt. Baggio. Now that's too easy for Walter Zenga, who was not too pleased at losing his international place to first Paliuca, then Marchegiani. And maybe he will eventually win it back, who knows? He's a real fighter, Walter Zenga. And Marchegiani didn't play too well against Switzerland, I have to say. Mola. And a shot well wide from Nino Baggio. He feels he's out of position on this left side for Juventus. He would rather play in a midfield role. He says rather in the mould of Frank Rijkaard of Milan. And Trapattoni says you play there, so he plays there.
In fact, it's very difficult at various times because the problem being with Juventus, whilst they've got some outstanding talents there, it doesn't seem that they've got a left back in the entire first team squad. And obviously we're hoping that that actually doesn't cost them dearly in terms of really aspiring to win the championship.
5 minutes into the second half, still Inter leading Juventus by 2-0. And here's Andy Mola. Mola's pass, searching for Vialli. Berti now striding away. Schillaci. Here's another goal for Lazio. They're now 2-0 up against Atalanta. And it's Arend Winter, their Dutch international, who scored the second goal. Paul Gascoigne is in the side, and his team are going well. Casiraghi. Baggio. Chanamon getting back. Conte. Schillaci, who's a real street fighter.
That's what he does ever so well, Peter. That's why I've got a lot of time for Schillaci. Even when he's not in possession, he shows his willingness to win. He's not afraid to compete with the big boys, and certainly there, he's been on 3 or 4 occasions. He's illustrated his determination to do well.
Good work by Bianchi, another man who gets through a prodigious amount of work. He was the one consistent player in the Inter side last season, Bianchi. And fell then by Jurgen Kohler. That's a yellow card for him. Tough, uncompromising defender, Kohler.
In actual fact, I thought that was a bit of a reckless challenge. I mean, he's just got to hold him up here. He's on the halfway line. He's not in his final third of the field where he's dangerous, and just allows Schillaci to have the ball at his feet with his back to him.
He's actually never been sent off in a league game, Kohler, but he was sent off in the Italian Cup semi-final last season against Milan, and it was by the same referee. So he won't want to upset him again today. Angelo Amendolia. Schillaci's okay. He'll battle on. Now Battistini. Foul count 29 so far in this game. No quarter asked and none given. Conte, again Scalacci hustling back at him. Here's Baggio. They need some inspiration from him. Oh, Vialli went down then, clutching his back, and he looks to be in absolute agony. Dino Baggio, play just going on. Referee doesn't seem too interested in the plight of Gianluca Vialli. He's still writhing in agony. Now he'll stop play for the free kick to Juventus. Foul on Merla. I can't believe he hasn't seen Vialli, the referee. And he's back on his feet, looking ruefully towards the bench. You won't get much sympathy there. Team are 2 down. Make of that, Paul.
Well, obviously the ref is very determined, he's very sure. I feel he's had a good game, he's in full control, and he just realised that there was no real, in his view, any real contact made, and therefore was just continuing with the game.
Here's the free kick now from Baggio. And again, it's a comfortable save for Walter Zenga. Twice voted the best goalkeeper in the world, Zenga at his peak. Now Sosa to Scalacci. Still Scalacci took a deflection there, so Baruzzi will have to keep the ball in play. Vialli, shooting chance! Powerful shot hit by Vialli, who set himself up for the opportunity, but he couldn't take full advantage.
That was good play. Biagio linking up well with Vialli. That's the first real sign we've seen of Vialli there having a shot, and we're hoping that we can see that he thrives in the quality service from Baggio.
And there we saw the menace of the man. Vialli, £12 million signing from Sampdoria. Well read by Cola. Now Baggio. This is the other Baggio, Dino. It's gone the other way from David Platt. He won't be too pleased with that, Bianchi. Merla. Now Vialli has started chilling up wide. Looking for the aerial strength of Casiraghi. And he really is dangerous in the air, Casiraghi. One of the best headers of a ball in the Italian league. Again, the service will have to be improved upon. Merla now. Down goes Vialli, right on the edge of the box. And the referee says that he was backing into his marker and gives a free kick to Inter. Juve with Di Canio down there, maybe about to make his entrance fairly soon. Bianchi. Sama. By Sosa had left the gap here for D'Agostini. Poor cross though. Of course, another goal really would surely put this game beyond Juventus. Donicelli shaking off Saba. Now Baggio to Merla. The white man here is Dino Baggio. Vialli, lovely flick off then to Casiraghi. And it was Bergami who blocked his shot. Bianchi, now the whistle's gone. Vialli, I imagine, must have said something there. And the yellow card for him.
I think Peter, he's been disgruntled all afternoon. He's been persistently complaining. There's been various times in and around the box where he's had contact with Bogomi and he's had another contact with Ferry, and I think it must be was dissent. Obviously the referee's taking no nonsense today. He's behaving in the right and proper way. He's got firm control of the game, and that was perfectly illustrated.
Another goal for Fiorentina against Sampdoria, so that's 2-0. Now they lead. Batistuta has got the second goal. And a goal for Roma, so it's now 2-1 away to Napoli, and it's the defender Benedetti who has scored for them. Shalimov. Schillaci. Berti. Here's Bianchi now. Again, Juve's defence being examined. Too severely, though. Away comes Baggio. Until Berti comes gliding into him with the tackle. Now looks like a substitution being made, and it is indeed Paolo Di Canio who's coming on. And I think it's David Platt. Yes, it's David Platt who's going off. So David Platt taking no further part in this game. And he really hadn't been, one has to say, all that influential, Paul, had he?
No, but in his defence, Peter, I felt they've been trying to play him in this anchor man role, which really doesn't suit Platt. But obviously with Muller, Baggio, Casaraghi and now Vialli in attack, obviously they feel that they need somebody else and they want to make a change.
Baggio wriggling past the tackles, with just too many defenders though for him. 15 minutes into the second half. Inter 2, Juventus 0. And this is Conte for Juventus. Endeavouring to claw their way back into this game. Again, the ball given away then by Merlo. Lucky to get that back. Here's Di Canio now. A match winner on his day. Vialli. Who's never quite lived up to his earlier reputation, Di Canio. Vialli just let that run then to Baggio. Great understanding between the two. And deflected safely into the arms of Zenga. Now Milan have taken the lead. Away to Parma, and it's Jean-Pierre Papin, the goal scorer. So it looks as if the record may well be broken today. That record run of 41 consecutive games without defeat in the league. It really is an astonishing record. And Milan remain very much the team of the moment in Italian football. I think you watched the match at home last week, Paul. They were quite staggering, weren't they, at times against Lazio?
Outstanding. They've certainly showed why they've been the best team in the world, in my view, for the last 5 years.
But not Chelsea.
One day.
And just while there's a break in play here, what's the news of your injury, Paul? How much progress are you making at the moment?
Well, I've made good progress. I've just come out of plaster now, and now I've got intense physiotherapy with our physio Bob Ward.
So the side's quite encouraging at the moment?
Certainly so.
Hope you see you back in action again soon. Now, Baggio. We'll have Ken Bates on the phone now that you haven't said Chelsea are the best team in the world. Jumped by Casiraghi. Then again, we saw his aerial power, unable to direct that header towards Zenga's goal. He looks pretty cool and composed, doesn't he, Zenga?
Certainly does. Well, what's interesting is that Juventus have really got nothing down their left-hand side. As I made the point before, they've got no real natural left-sided player, and I think that's creating a bit of a problem. But also, now they've got Casaraghi, who we've already said is an excellent header of the ball. I really feel that they've got to get some quality crosses into him, and particularly to link up with Vialli as well.
Schillaci, still beavering away. He's done well, Schillaci. Sosa now. Di Canio with Vialli. This is Conte. And Baggio. Baggio caught though by Sama. It's all very tight in there. But here's Sama now. Sosa outside him. Sosa with the chance. Peruzzi doing well. And Schillaci almost turned it in. Very brave then, Schillaci. Maybe he's going to suffer for it. It was a valiant effort by him.
Certainly was it. I mean, I think Sama does very, very, very well here. He plays a lovely little ball into Sosa, and Schillaci, as brave as ever, desperately looking to score a goal. Does an overhead kick, and I think collides with Peruzzi there. I hope it's not too serious, because I think him and Sosa in particular have been the main threat on Juventus. Both playing very, very well, not just as individuals when they've got the ball, but certainly when they haven't got it, and their contribution to the team has been immense.
He was battered by Peruzzi, but he still looked up first of all to see if the ball went in before crashing to the ground. Schillaci.
He'll be delighted today because he's playing against his former club. You know, we saw him, he's not been having the best of times, but he's gone out there and he's played his skin out, and he's worked ever so hard, and I think the only thing now just to cap his performance would be a goal.
Well, his last one for Juventus was against Inter in the San Siro back in April. And he's been on the mark on a couple of occasions for his new club into this season, including that excellent one against Napoli. Now Conte. Di Canio. Very tricky customer. Baggio. And for once, the quality on the cross wasn't there from Baggio. His distribution is normally so accurate, so inventive. Paul, they need a goal rather urgently now, don't they, Juventus, if they are to get back into this game?
Yes, they do, because if they can get a goal, then automatically the course of the game will change, and then the onus is then on Inter, and then Juventus could take a bit of light on that and obviously pursue their route forward. But while it stands now, Inter look comfortably in control, and certainly I feel look like even getting a third.
Here's Zenga, and the Inter defenders really haven't been extended so far in the second half. Conjure something up here. Vialli away from Bergomi, and then the shot not all that far over the bar. Zenga, though, will tell you he had it covered. Vialli with the shot. I think it was Dino Baggio there. Activity now among the Inter substitutes. David Fontelan, I saw they're warming up. The striker. Casiraghi, Vialli. Conte struggling to reach it. Here's Ruben Sosa. D'Agostini. Now Di Canio. Baggio. Conte. Baggio. Tonicelli. Faced by D'Agostini. Dino Baggio. Attempting for defence, soaking up the pressure until Conte drives it somewhat hopelessly wide.
I feel, Peter, the problem seems to be Juventus. They go down, they need to get down that left-hand side and get down on both flanks, because it seems that every time they're going to play through the middle, there's a massive bodies there, and invariably they either lose possession or Inter always seem to soak up the pressure. They really need to get down the flanks and draw some men out and start getting some balls in and get some quality service into their two front men.
Di Canio. Total misunderstanding there with Casiraghi. And Trapattoni down on the bench wasn't looking too happy, was he? Surprising, really, with his team perhaps heading for their first league defeat of the season. And really, even one defeat they can ill afford with Milan charging away at the top. reading the situation then by Peruzzi. Di Canio. Can be a rather temperamental player, but an exciting one too. And a touch of his undoubted flair will be more than useful for Juventus now. Baggio. It's Sama for Inter. The counter-attack could be on here. Sama's pass though, far too long for Ruben Sosa. Dino Baggio. Casiraghi. Got between De Agostini and Battistini. Again, Zenga is there. And just a note now for our viewers in Scotland, coverage of the Skull Cup final between Rangers and Aberdeen has just begun on STV. That's the Skull Cup final, Rangers against Aberdeen. News of a double sending off now, Lazio against Atalanta. Rosati of Lazio has gone, and Alamao, the Brazilian of Atalanta, two pretty fiery characters. There was a fight, I'm told, after a foul, and yes, you've guessed it, Paul Gascoigne. But he hasn't gone, it's the other two. Bianchi now, throwing it through, Bergomi. Can he keep it in? Oh, it took an unkind bobble there. And that fell away from Bianchi. Off goes Merla. Inter might just be stretched here. But no, Vialli won't reach this one before it's whacked away.
That was a very good run by Bergomi. The first time he's really come out from defence and got down the line. It just shows when a defender takes that chance and takes the initiative and goes down the line and produces a quality cross which almost results in a goal.
Dino Baggio. No way through for him. As an Inter player gone down, clutching his head. With 20 minutes on the match to go. Inter leading Juventus by 2 goals to 0. Don't forget that all the goals we mentioned from the other games you can see in Gazza's programme. Gazzetta Football Italia, that's on Saturday mornings at 10:30. It was Berti, actually it was his own defender there, Bergomi, who caught him. That looked nasty, Paul.
Certainly did, it was a nasty. I don't think he's cut.
Perhaps he just wanted a drink.
But
no,
obviously...
he's certainly caught though, and well, maybe not a cut, but... problem for Inter. But I think Berti's okay, certainly continuing anyway.
Well, he's got the strength of mind, the strength of character. He's 2-0 up, he wants to revel in the glory. So I think that's been reflected in his performance. He's worked very hard today.
And Sama, sportingly kicking the ball out of play to return possession to Juventus. Merla with Conte. Watching challenge there by Bertu, who seems none the worse for wear. Dino Baggio. Vialli. Just took a nick then from Bianchi. Difficult to keep his feet, really, Vialli. Here's Baggio. Teasing Bergomi. He is a very resolute defender. No way past for Baggio, but he will take this corner now. Zenga didn't make it, but Schillaci able to bring it away for Inter. Bianchi now. Missed by Di Canio, who's deceived him. And then Bianchi yanking him back, and that was rather foolish then by Bianchi. That will have to be another yellow card.
Yes, the referee, very, very silly. But the referee showing once again that he's in full control. What's interesting about the corner, in fact, from Baggio, very much the type of corner we see in our English game. It's a ball onto the near post, and I think it was Di Canio was trying to get a flick on for men arriving in the box.
Zenga and the Inter defence survive. Merla now to Baggio. so far, Juventus. And again, the attack is a heartless one. Skilacci and Sosa. The only two players deep in the Juventus half. Most of the attacking now coming from Juve. But it's a two-goal deficit. They haven't really looked like clawing back. Di Canio. Giannicelli. Here's Merla. Di Canio now. Trying to feed Baggio. There's Merla. Good strike. Came back off a defender. So Inter imprisoned in their own half as Vialli crosses again, and Bianchi forced to give away the corner. He's Thibault playing there. So some pressure coming in from Juventus. Di Canio to take the corner. Nothing really much can be said about that from Andy Merla.
I think that's been typical of Juventus all afternoon, particularly the second half, Peter. Some of their approach play has been good, but once again the final ball, it doesn't go nowhere near the target.
They have been disappointing, Juventus. Obviously they see themselves as the main rivals to Milan for the Italian League Championship. But not on the evidence of this display. Shalimov. Bianchi sprinting after it. Kola, though, is there. And Carrera preventing the back pass. Which might just have given his goalkeeper a problem or two. Now Di Canio. Here's Baggio. He's in shooting range. And he curled it, but he curled it too high. 15 minutes to go, nothing really is going right for Juventus.
The only alternative, that seems to be the only alternative they've got, because Ferry and Bergami, they're defending resolutely on the edge of the box. It seems to be very compact, very tight, masses of bodies in the middle, and the other alternative is to get down the flank and get some balls in, or certainly to try shooting.
Dino Baggio. Conte daggerously wins it for Juve. Vialli and Bianchi, who already has received the yellow card, living a little dangerously. Juve need Vialli at the other end of the field. Giannicelli. Here's Conte. Now Carrera. By Bergami and Bianchi too. Dino Baggio. Vialli. Bianchi caught him. Play on, says the referee. And Conte has given it away. Sama now. And this is always the threat to Juve that they might concede another goal on the Inter counter-attack. Sama scored the second goal. For the moment anyway, looks to have put this game beyond Juventus. Bianchi. Quite happy to slow it down now, Inter. Play at their own pace. But just remain tight at the back. Dino Baggio. Vialli. Set to come a long way back to fetch it. Roberto Baggio. It's careless. They're playing with a lot of apprehension now, aren't they, Juve?
I think so. I think that pass by Baggio, a man of his quality, has just summed up Juve's whole afternoon. And even when you see the likes of Vialli, you know, coming deep, wanting to play goals, get involved in the build-up. We need Vialli in the penalty area. That's where it hurts.
Lovely quick off that by Di Canio. Now Genoa have taken the lead again against Pescara. It's now 4-3. It's Onorati. It's his second of the game. So a high high-scoring match in the Luigi Ferrari Stadium. And it's Fiorentina 3, the other Genoa club, Sampdoria 0. Maiano getting his second penalty this time. Fiorentina 3 up against Sampdoria. Milan and Torino, the top two clubs, still both leading by a goal to 0. And they meet next week in what looks like being the top two. Milan against Torino, that should be quite a contest. Bianchi on towards Sammer and Schillaci. And a glimmer of line almost going the way then of either Schillaci or Sammer, both threatening. Bianchi. Shalimov has gone forward. That's good running by Shalimov. Needs a good finish, and it's there! Shalimov with the third for Inter, and that surely is it now for Juventus. Shalimov, the glorious piece of skill. And Inter celebrate the third goal against Juventus.
What instrumental play by Bianchi, so important here in the build-up play. He drops a lovely ball behind the fullback, I think it was Di Canio, and Shalimov turns Curler inside and fires a shot into the bottom hand corner, leaving Peruzzi helpless.
I think he might have got a hand to this. Let's look at it again here. Shalimov turning Carrera, in fact, and yeah, Peruzzi did get a hand to it, but no more. And no wonder Trapattoni on the bench is looking very, very perplexed indeed. He can't believe what he's seeing here. Juventus 3-0 down. And a quality strike by Shalimov. And credit to Bianchi in the role of creator.
In fact, Peter, it was coming all the time. Juventus, for all their end product, for all their possession, there was no real end product, and they always looked susceptible to the counter-attack, and it was clearly obvious there when losing possession, and Bianchi and Shalimov teaming up again.
Sosa now. 10 minutes to go, and Juventus in deep, deep trouble. Shalimov with his third goal of the season. And effectively now, it has to have ended this as a contest. Sammer, the Inter fans want more goals. Schillaci. Sammer brushed aside by Vialli. He's back defending now. I can't really see what purpose that is serving for.
I don't think so, especially...
Oh dear.
In actual fact, prior to that, I think he barged him actually inside the area, and I was thinking what position was the referee in. But obviously there's another incident on the line as well.
Well, it was Vialli and Sammer. Now, Sammer is tinkering away at Vialli. And then we're going to see the actual incident, but it did seem to me that Vialli clashed very angrily with Sammer. Sammer went down. Vialli felt he was play acting. And the referee maybe didn't get too good a view of it all. Tempers became very frayed then. And Vialli's frustration getting the better of him. He's already been cautioned, remember, after showing dissent. And well, that's good refereeing. I think he's taken the sensible course there. Maybe didn't really see what happened anyway. And he's given Vialli the benefit of the doubt.
I think Vialli was very, very lucky indeed. I think he's caught the referee on a good day. Obviously, with Inter being 3-0 up, the referee was just quite content just to remain control and keep the game going.
Here's Vialli now, hoping to be more effective in a different way. Schillaci, a lot of confidence about Inter now. And they can hardly have dreamt that they'd be leading this one by 3 goals to 0. And that is exactly the same score that Lazio are now leading in their match against Atalanta. That's 3-0. And Diego Fuser, who's a player who's impressed a lot of people this season, he has got the 3rd goal for Lazio. Berti. Not too much support for him. None from the referee. Another goal for Fiorentina. They now have a 4-goal advantage against Sampdoria. Very exciting side, Fiorentina. You're guaranteed goals when they play. And Batistuta has got his 2nd of the game. The Argentine striker, 2 for Batistuta, 2 for Baiano. Corner to Juventus. There's a lost cause for them now. taking the kick. I think that came off Sama. Indeed it did.
I feel that the way the game is going now, this seems to be the only way that Juventus can seem to score. They may just concentrate on looking for Corlo, one of the big boys, to make a contact.
Well, Dino Baggio made contact with Zenga.
The game seems very much now beyond Juve's grounds. They might as well just take a chance now. They're playing out of pride, they're playing out of professionalism now. Obviously you can hear the Inter crowd.
Vialli, and he's hit it wide. Zenga very incensed.
Zenga in typical fashion, I think he was looking for someone to blame. I think it seems like the linesman.
He felt there was offside though against Vialli, but there was no flag. And Vialli just got away from Ferry, but couldn't strike the target.
That seems typical of Vialli's game at the moment. He's not had a lot of chances, but the opportunities that he's had, he's never really failed to hit the target all afternoon.
Here's Bianchi. Bergomi to Sama. Agostini with Sosa. He is tumbled over. Free kick to Inter. Sosa with the free kick. 5 minutes to go. And Corona. Passing with death there. Vialli. And a goal! And Muller has pulled one back. Maybe too late for Juventus, but it was a stunning strike by Andy Muller.
Yes, it was a wonderful consolation goal. Juventus, who found it very, very difficult to break down the Inter defence all afternoon. Muller picks up the ball here. In fact, it was Ferry, I thought, very disappointed by Ferry because he set off him a very long way where he should have been in a position where he should try and get out and block the ball. But it's a good ball by Vialli into the area, and Muller picks up possession deep and fires in an unstoppable shot from probably 30 yards and leaving Zenga with no chance. A good consolation goal.
But probably no more than that. Unless Juventus can find something else rather dramatic now in the last few minutes. Well, with his 5th goal of the campaign. Canio. Maybe Inter are still in for a difficult last few minutes. I certainly am. The fog in my throat is now caught up with me, so Paul, you may have to finish off the commentary, but I'll keep going for the moment. Bianchi. Here's Carrera. Now Vialli. And that'll be a goal kick to Inter. Well, has the referee given the corner? No. I don't think he was going to. Zenga beaten by the shot from Muller. He does like to strike the ball from distance with some venom. That goal had come some 20 minutes earlier, maybe before the 3rd one from Inter. Could have had a different finish here. Sama. Bianchi. Dino Baggio. Shaking off Bianchi. Baggio whistles from the Inter fans who want this to end now. Torricelli. Zenga. Under pressure from Vialli. To former teammates, of course, for the Italian national side. But they've had a few skirmishes down the years. 2 minutes to go. There's another clash off the ball. Berti went down, caught by Vialli, who's now got back to his defensive role again. Sosa lost it. Here's Conte. Dreadful pass by Conte. Bianchi has it back now then for Inter. All Cola could do was to keep it in play. Bianchi. Tackle from Dino Baggio. We're now into the last minute of the game. Here's Merla. Baggio. Away from Shalimov, still Baggio. And his way to goal was blocked. The Inter players and fans complaining, but a free kick has been given. So another stern test in the offing here for the Inter defence. Trapattoni wonders if his team can get another one back. Well, they might just snatch a dramatic point here.
Well, as we've seen, Peter, certainly Vialli in the game against Napoli a few weeks ago, from a similar same type of position, scoring a wonderful free kick. And obviously him and I'm sure Baggio are going to be instrumental somewhere along the line in this free kick.
Zinga will want to make absolutely certain he has got his angles right and that the cover is right ahead of him. Bianchi checking too. We're now into injury time. Vialli and Baggio are there. Baggio takes it. And then a shot over the bar. From Tonacelli. Taking the hit from him.
Well, not the type of free kick we're accustomed to see from a man of the quality of Baggio. And certainly the strike from Torricelli, I think, was probably the grand finale on Juventus's performance today, particularly the second half. It was a game where Inter, they've been under pressure all week and they've responded in the right way.
Shalimov. Now Berti. Almost had 1 minute now of time added on for stoppages. Bianchi. Schillaci, and he's onside. Fine goalkeeping by Peruzzi. And what disappointment then for Schillaci, who would so dearly have loved to have scored there against his former club, the club that released him. And it was a very good chance for Bianchi again.
Bianchi again, so instrumental, comes in on his left foot and tries a reverse pass, leaves Schillaci on a 1v1 situation with Peruzzi. If there's one man that I wanted to score today, it was Schillaci, and unfortunately he fails to find the back of the net.
I think it was Torricelli who was keeping him onside then. Sosa taking the corner. They haven't ventured too many players forward on this, Inter, as they look to hold on in the last few seconds.
He's worked so hard today, Schillaci. He's worked so wonderfully well with Sosa. Both Sosa in particular has shown great pace, whereas Schillaci has shown great determination and commitment.
Juventus penalised. Free kick to Inter. We're almost there. 2 extremely valuable points for them. And what a contrast to last week when they were hammered by Roma. 2.5 minutes now into injury time. Dino Baggio. Juventus hoping to have to do better than that. Bianchi, Shalimov. Finding Sosa. The referee waving play on. Sosa finding support now with Scalacci. And it was Carrera and Gola between them who denied him. Scalacci, who has been a constant thorn in Juve's flesh. Sosa, as the missiles rain down on him, presumably from disgruntled Juventus fans. And that could waste a few more seconds.
I'm sure he's quite happy to do that.
I don't know how much more time the referee has to add on. Certainly the supporters of Inter think he should have blown the final whistle by now. Maybe Trapattoni thinks it will be just as well. His team really haven't shone today. And it's all over. And Inter have beaten Juventus in pretty convincing fashion too, by 3 goals to 1. And looking back over that, well, a rather wily look on the face of Trapattoni, but his team have been well beaten on the day.
Yes, they have. Juventus, for all the possession that they had no real end product. Inter defended resolutely. Juventus never really got any real width, but I think it was Scalacci, Bianchi and Sosa who were so instrumental in today's victory. Obviously Juventus, they've got to go back to the drawing board. Obviously Baggio, Vialli wasn't particularly too impressive. Their final ball and their passing let them down, but I'm sure it was a victory well justified by Inter's rough, rugged and at various times quality performance.
Right, let's look back on the goals then, starting with the first goal for Inter.
Well, it was a good ball in by Zama. I mean, a wonderful first touch here on his knee by Sosa. Scalacci making a wonderful angle, playing a great 1-2, drawing 2 defenders away, and Sosa on his left foot, in off the post, was a very good finish. I mean, this is good link-up play. For all our youngsters watching here, that's good play by 2 quality players, showing very good interplay in and around the box, which has obviously proved very lethal.
And we were soon singing Scalacci's praises again.
Scalacci does well. Yeah, it's a good ball by Bianchi, a good touch off by Scalacci, and Sama on his left foot. Peruzzi, maybe I thought, should have got held of the shot, but look at that, a wonderful chest down, and Sama straight onto his left foot and in off the post and leaving Peruzzi helpless.
Well, Juventus, as you said, had a lot of possession, but they were caught out again. Bianchi's pass, and this was a superb goal by Shalimov.
Yeah, probably the best goal. I mean, Bianchi does ever so well, wonderful passing. Shalimov makes a good run, is aware where the defender and the goal is, comes inside on his right foot, leaving Curler helpless, uncharacteristically so, and shows a perfect execution there, leaving Peruzzi with no chance. He may have got a slight hand to it, slight hand, but their 3 goals are the highest order, and I'm sure Bagnoli is going to be a very relieved man tonight.
And just the one reply from Juve. It was a good strike by Merlin, but all too late, really.
Yes, the game was finished, but all credit to Muller. I mean, he scores very well from distance. I think it was a long, deep ball into the area by Vialli and a knockdown by one of the defenders. Muller picks it up very deep, 3 players around him. Ferry's got to accept a little bit of criticism for that, stood off him and allowed a lot of room, but it's a wonderful shot from all of 30 yards and leaves Zenga with no chance.